SDN subscription, premium or better, you can actually get the released manufacturing version, which we've been using internally. Office is it changes the way that the software is deployed. So like you said, it streams very quickly. I've actually it was maybe 3 weeks ago. I was going to dinner with some friends, and I had 10 minutes to uninstall the beta version of Office and reinstall the version of the Office 365. I was able to do that over wireless in my apartment. So it's incredible how quick it is, and also with the dynamic feature prioritization, it actually makes it so I could have started working immediately. But to answer your question about the offline mode, what they do is you have the ability to stream the bits and have that client stay on your laptop, or you could decide if you're in a public place that you want to sign out and then the client goes away. So you can actually, for Office 365, you can actually stream the bits to your laptop, you keep it on there, you can work on it on an airplane. And also similarly with Outlook, you can keep the client open, I'll have your emails in there. Or also, and we'll show you later on, for SkyDrive or SkyDrive Pro, you have the ability to sync your files. So you'll have them within the SharePoint Online. You'll have the ability to sync your files, similar like you would to people are familiar with the Dropbox or Box.net or something like that. You can sync them to your local desktop. So you have the ability to work with everything offline in the remote case that you don't have internet. And that's it keeps it very flexible. And I mean, obviously the internet does go down sometimes, but hopefully that's not something that happens for days at a time, but that gives you the ability to work through that.
Yeah, while thinking, what we think also the distance synchronization between the laptop and the cloud will increase the resource utilization of the desktop.
So I can actually show you. I'll show you that, and we're gonna get started. But I'll show you how that works, and but what it does from a resource utilization standpoint is it just syncs the changes. So it's not gonna sync the entire document. So you're not gonna have if you have a 60 megabyte PowerPoint or something, it'll just sync the changes to your on your client. So it's not gonna be a huge resource hog from that standpoint.
It's like a cache mountain with Outlook. You got your local platform and your laptop. But if you use a tablet, how do you, it's great if you have laptops, but I think a lot of enterprise companies is steering towards how do you post, go to wireless, basically go to thin clients, go to tablet. Now, how do you synchronize in that relationship?
How do you?
Well, depends on how much space you have on your tablet.
That's true. So you can decide which folders you want to synchronize locally. So I mean, if you don't want to, if you have a huge folder, and you have a tablet scenario, I wouldn't synchronize the entire thing. But you can decide on a folder or just decide that you want to sync the file. So if you have that flexibility. That's true. Yeah, we can't solve all the problems, unfortunately.
And that's really at the point of the thin client usage, right? I mean, that's part of the decision-making process that you have to deal with.
Synchronize the whole file if you're 50 meg,
right.
PowerPoint, something like that. So it's just sending you updates, kind of like, say, patching a flaw.
It's similar to what happens in Exchange. So you don't have to, with Exchange.
When actually using the cloud more or less as redundant backup process.
You can use your cloud as actually, to answer this, thank you for that. I should be repeating the questions. So would you repeat that for a second?
Basically, you were saying that it only syncs the updates in the file, so you're always sitting there with it at least on your tablet or, say, your desktop. So you're essentially using the cloud just for the updates in an incremental essence to, say, secondary back it up from my laptop and my desktop, not necessarily working off the cloud itself.
So, and actually, I'll show you how to sync it. But let's say I want to have files available for an offline scenario. You just press sync, and it'll go to a folder. It could be either, you saw before when Kevin was presenting how he had SkyDrive and SkyDrive Pro. You could also have it, what I would do for my personal laptop is I just copy and paste it to my desktop, and I use it like people would use Dropbox in a consumer scenario.
It does verify you might send the incremental update though. It'll do just a hash check to make sure, like say the 60 meg file, it sends 600K of something. If get a fallout through the internet connection, packet log,
It does.
check to make sure that it got it, so I don't end up with a cloud file that's all screwed up.
You know, I don't know that level of detail.
It does, and it actually even to kind of take it one step further. When you have shared files that you have multiple people accessing that same file across simultaneously, might be, and you have co-authoring situations as well, and then all actually syncs up, and then there's actually technology built in, which we can go into the details later on offline as well, where they will actually sync across multiple changes, and you will see changes happening in real time. And there are controls built in that says, if you're working, say, in this paragraph within a Word, Dawn will not be able to go in and start taking changes to that paragraph, because it automatically locks in that piece of it based on your preferences. So there are a lot of controls built in, and